On August 9th, the night sky will change. A massive, glowing sturgeon moon will rise over the Earth. And this year something is different. From secret military projects tracking it, to AI systems predicting a surge in unexplained energy. Whispers say this is the moment certain groups have been waiting for. For centuries, full moons have been tied to rituals, power shifts, and strange disappearances. But this time, it's not just folklore. This time, the signs are everywhere. Tonight we go deep into the real meaning behind the Sturgeon Moon, the AI predictions no one talks about, and the elite rituals that might already be in motion. Stay with me, because once you hear what's planned for this August, you'll never look at the night sky the same way again. The Sturgeon Moon sounds poetic, almost harmless. But the truth is, this glowing giant in the sky carries more history and mystery than most people realize. Every year in August, the full moon earns this strange name. Centuries ago, Native American tribes living near the Great Lakes noticed that this was the time when giant sturgeon fish were easiest to catch. They named the moon after them. And the name stuck. But here's the part that never makes it into school textbooks. The Sturgeon Moon has been linked to strange atmospheric anomalies, unusual behavior in wildlife, and even spikes in human emotion. Police reports, emergency calls, and hospital admissions for unusual cases often climb during this period. Scientists explain it away as coincidence, or light affecting human sleep patterns. But some researchers claim something else is at work. If we zoom out into space, the Sturgeon Moon is just another phase in the lunar cycle, but its position relative to Earth in late summer gives it a unique, deep orange glow. This is caused by the moon sitting lower on the horizon, forcing its light to pass through more of Earth's atmosphere. That light gets filtered, scattering the blue wavelengths and leaving behind warm tones, a blood moon's cousin, as some call it. But ancient civilizations didn't just see a beautiful moon. They saw a signal, a marker in the sky for certain rituals, gatherings, and even sacrifices. Ancient Egyptian texts make cryptic references to the orange eye that opens before the harvest, while in Norse mythology, this moon was believed to mark the time when the barrier between realms grew thinner. Native legends spoke of it as a calling moon, the night when ancestors could pass messages to the living through dreams. And now, in 2025, we face a Sturgeon Moon that not only falls in a year of intense solar activity, but one that has already drawn the attention of AI prediction systems around the world. Why? Because the patterns this year don't match anything in recorded history. Coincidence? Or warning? We'll find out soon enough. For thousands of years, people looked up at the night sky and saw more than just a glowing rock. They saw a signal from the gods, a doorway between worlds, and a source of power that could change destinies. In ancient Egypt, the moon wasn't just a passive light in the sky, it was a living deity. The god Khonsu, known as the Traveler, was said to roam the night skies, guiding travelers and influencing the flow of time. Priests in Thebes believed that certain full moons, especially the reddish or orange ones, carried amplified life force. They would perform rituals to channel this power into blessings for pharaohs or curses for their enemies. In Mesopotamia, the moon god Sin was worshipped as a keeper of secrets and hidden knowledge. His temples were aligned with lunar cycles, and special festivals took place during summer full moons, often linked with harvests, fertility rites, and even divination ceremonies. The priests believed the moonlight could activate sacred inscriptions and reveal messages invisible to the human eye under normal light. Across the world in the Americas, many native tribes saw the Sturgeon Moon as a threshold moment, a time to give thanks, but also to listen for omens. Elders told stories of ancestors visiting in dreams, of spirits moving across the land, and of strange lights over the water. In some legends, the moon's reflection on lakes and rivers was said to be a mirror. If you stared long enough, you might see not yourself, but the face of someone trying to speak to you from beyond. Celtic Druids also took full moons seriously, especially late summer moons, believing that the veil between worlds grew thin. They gathered in stone circles like Stonehenge, chanting under the glow, claiming to draw down the moon's energy into their own bodies. The practice was dangerous, they said, because the moon's power could also unbalance the mind if taken in excess. Even Norse mythology carries eerie echoes of this belief. Warriors and seers spoke of Mani, the personification of the moon, who was hunted by the cosmic wolf Hati. When Hati drew close, the moon turned red or orange, a warning of chaos to come. Some sagas tell of warriors seeing visions in the glow, predictions of battles, deaths, or the fall of kings. And here's where things get interesting in 2025. Modern researchers studying brainwave activity have found slight but measurable changes in human behavior during full moons, especially orange-tinted ones. Sleep patterns shift, anxiety or restlessness spikes, and in certain lab tests, reaction times and emotional responses become more erratic. Ancient people didn't need EEG scans to know this, they felt it. They built myths around it, planned rituals around it. And some secret societies today still do. Because if the moon can subtly influence tides, crops, and even your heartbeat, what else could it be affecting? And if this Sturgeon Moon is truly different as the AI data suggests, could its energy be harnessed for something more than just tradition? Maybe. That's exactly what some groups are planning to do. For thousands of years, humans relied on their eyes, their instincts, and the stories of their ancestors to read the signs in the sky. But in 2025, it's not just shamans or priests watching the moon. No. The watchers are machines. In recent months, several research centers, both public and military, have begun using extremely advanced AI to analyze astronomical patterns. The official goal? Detect changes in orbit, solar activity, and possible cosmic phenomena that could affect Earth. But there have also been leaked reports to the press hinting at something else. Anomalies in energy readings, sudden spikes in Earth's electromagnetic field, occurring exactly on nights of the full moon. Unusual water behavior, abnormal tidal fluctuations detected in isolated regions, with no geological explanation. Satellite traffic spikes as if there's something up there that needs to be watched very closely. A controversial program, known in internal documents as Project Lunaris, is said to have used neural networks to compare every full moon in the past 100 years. The result? The Sturgeon Moon 2025 stands out as an outlier, a statistical impossibility, based on its luminosity, position, and interaction with Earth's magnetic field. What makes this even stranger is that the data doesn't come solely from NASA or ESA labs. Some of it originates from private tech giants, companies with direct ties to governments. These AIs don't just measure, they predict. And their prediction for this moon is not a regular phenomenon, but an event trigger. A moment when something could be activated on an energetic or even physical level. Some experts believe the AI was trained to detect the perfect conditions for opening a portal, or initiating an interdimensional transmission. I know it sounds like science fiction, but history has shown us time and again that what seems impossible today often appears in declassified archives tomorrow. Even more unsettling, strange correlations have been found. In the past 3 months, in completely different locations across the globe, the AI has flagged the same coordinates, points where electromagnetic energy surges beneath the orange moon. Coincidence? Or key locations for rituals? And then comes the most important question of all. If the AI can predict these moments, who controls the AI? And more importantly, for what purpose? Because sometimes, the one making the prediction, is also the one making it happen. Every culture has its secrets, but some secrets are protected not by chance but by design. And when the moon glows orange, those who know the truth act. Throughout history, there have been stories of people who don't just watch the moon. They work with it. Not astronomers, but hidden orders, groups that have passed their rituals from generation to generation. In the forbidden archives of the Vatican, there are documents describing the Silver Key ceremony, an ancient ritual performed under moons of fire, meant to open the gate between times. According to certain fragments, priests wore black robes embroidered with silver symbols, forming a perfect circle at the moon's peak. Witnesses of that time spoke of unexplained lights, sudden cold winds, and a strange sound like a snapped string echoing through the air. In Asia, some secret societies such as the Dragon's Breath Order believed the Sturgeon Moon to be the eye of heaven, the moment when yin and yang energies reach perfect balance. They would gather monks, martial arts masters, and astrologers, creating massive sand mandalas in vivid colors. Then destroy them exactly at the moon's apex as an energetic sacrifice. And then there are the Norse legends. It is said that when the wolf Hati is close to catching the moon, the Guardians, a secret brotherhood of warriors, prepare to defend the world from chaos. Not with weapons, but with a ritual of calling the light, whispered from father to son. But here's what's strange: in recent decades, more and more testimonies speak of modern rituals. No more robes and stone tablets, now there are servers, drones, and laser lights. People dressed in business suits, not ancient garments, gathered in remote locations. At the center, a massive screen displaying data on the moon energy fields. And a countdown timer. Why a countdown? Because these people are not waiting passively. They program the exact moment when the moon is perfectly aligned and the energy is at its peak. Then, using electromagnetic devices, they seem to pull something from that energy or direct it to a precise point. Are these just stories? Or are these modern orders, the direct descendants of the old ones, replacing magic with technology? And if so, what are they protecting? Or what are they trying to release? Because history has shown us, when the right people gather under the right moon, the world can change overnight. And so, the pieces fit together. The ancient rituals, the secret societies, the AI predictions, all pointing to one single moment. For thousands of years, the moon has been a silent witness, watching civilizations rise and fall. But now, it's no longer just a witness. In August 2025, the Sturgeon Moon won't just be a beautiful astronomical event. It will be a signal. Lost manuscripts, hidden away in forgotten archives, speak of a final calling, a moment when the old powers and the new will meet. And for the first time, it won't just be priests or warriors standing under the moon's glow, but also machines, servers, algorithms, lines of code that, when executed at the precise second, can resonate with cosmic energy itself. And if that sounds impossible, remember this: everything we call technology today was once considered magic. The question isn't if something will happen, but who will be there to control it. Will it be an act of liberation, releasing energy for the entire planet? Or will it be a weapon shaping minds, bending climates, and locking the world into an unseen grip? We stare at the moon mesmerized. But maybe instead of staring, we should be preparing. Because when the countdowns align, when the rituals begin, and when the energy is unleashed, there is no turning back. And when that orange light falls on the earth one last time, you will remember this story. And you will know, it wasn't just a story.